Imagine the deserts and skies of the Middle East suddenly buzzing with tiny machines that can see, record, and strike, all without a pilot. Over the past decade, Iran has quietly built an army of drones that have transformed the way it wields power across the region. Unlike traditional aircraft that cost millions and require highly trained pilots, these unmanned aerial vehicles are cheap, expendable, and highly effective. Iran's strategy has been clear. Create tools that can extend influence, gather intelligence, and even attack when necessary, all while keeping human lives out of danger. The story of Iran's drones begins with necessity. For years, international sanctions blocked access to advanced fighter jets and modern military technology. The country could not simply buy expensive planes or missiles, so it had to innovate on its own. Engineers and military planners began experimenting with small, simple drones at first. They flew short distances, collected basic surveillance data, and returned to base. But these early efforts quickly evolved. Over time, the drones grew bigger, faster, and more capable. They could fly longer distances, carry small weapons, and even operate in coordinated groups, creating an entirely new way to project military power. One of the biggest advantages of these drones is their sheer numbers. A single fighter jet may cost tens of millions of dollars, while a drone can be produced for a fraction of that. This means Iran can send dozens or even hundreds of drones into the sky without worrying about losing expensive equipment or risking pilots' lives. In a conflict, that difference can be a game changer. A swarm of drones can overwhelm defenses, gather critical information, and strike multiple targets in ways that traditional air forces struggle to respond to. But drones are not just numbers and technology. They carry a strategic edge. Unlike manned aircraft, they can enter dangerous airspace without hesitation. If shot down, it is a machine lost, not a human life. This allows Iran to conduct operations that would otherwise be too risky, monitoring borders, observing enemy movements, or even delivering precise attacks on strategic targets. The ability to gather intelligence from the sky while remaining hidden or untouchable gives Iran a level of flexibility that many conventional forces cannot match. Perhaps the most striking element is how this approach has changed the balance of power. Iran no longer has to rely on diplomacy alone or risk direct confrontations with far stronger nations. Instead, it can use its drones as a subtle but persistent presence, keeping rivals on alert, testing defenses, and influencing regional dynamics without a full-scale war. From small reconnaissance missions to sophisticated strikes, the rise of drone warfare has quietly shifted Iran's military strategy in ways that are only now being fully understood. In the end, what started as a simple domestic experiment has grown into a powerful tool shaping modern conflict. Drones have become more than machines. They are a symbol of Iran's ability to adapt, innovate, and project power in the 21st century. And they offer a glimpse into how wars in the future might be fought from the sky, often without a single human in the cockpit. As Iran expanded its drone program, it did not rely on just one type of unmanned aircraft. Instead, it began developing an entire range of drones designed for different missions. Some built for surveillance, others for direct attack, and some even designed to act as flying weapons themselves. Over time, these machines became one of the most recognizable symbols of modern drone warfare in the Middle East. Their ability to travel long distances, gather intelligence, and strike targets with precision has turned them into a powerful tool of military strategy. One of the most well-known drones in Iran's arsenal is the Shahed 13-6. Unlike traditional aircraft that return to base after a mission, this drone operates as a loitering weapon. It can fly long distances while searching for a target, and once the target is identified, the drone dives directly toward it and detonates on impact. Because of its relatively simple design and low production costs, it can be launched in large numbers. When several of these drones approach a target at once, they can create serious challenges for air defense systems trying to intercept them. Another important drone often mentioned by analysts is the Mohajer 6. This drone is designed for both surveillance and combat missions. Equipped with cameras and sensors, it can observe large areas from the sky and send real-time information back to operators on the ground, but it is not limited to observation. The drone can also carry precision-guided weapons capable of striking specific targets. That combination of surveillance and attack capability makes it extremely useful during military operations, where identifying and striking a target quickly can be critical. Iran has also developed larger drones designed specifically for long-range operations. One example is the Shahed 109, which resembles some of the larger reconnaissance drones used by major world powers. This drone can stay in the air for many hours, traveling long distances while monitoring activity below. With its extended endurance, it can patrol wide regions, gather intelligence, and track movements across borders. In modern warfare, information from drones like this can provide a major strategic advantage. What makes these drones particularly challenging for opponents is how they are used together. Surveillance drones can first identify targets and monitor movements. Attack drones can then be sent to strike those targets with precision. At the same time, loitering drones may circle above the area waiting for the right moment to attack. This layered approach allows multiple types of unmanned systems to work together in a coordinated mission. Another factor that increases the effectiveness of these drones is their ability to fly relatively low and sometimes slower than traditional aircraft. While that might sound like a disadvantage, it can actually make them harder for certain radar systems to detect. Some air defense systems are optimized to track fast-moving fighter jets or large missiles, not small drones moving at lower altitudes. Because of these capabilities, drones have become one of the most flexible tools in modern military strategy. They can monitor battlefields, gather intelligence, and strike important targets without placing pilots at risk. For Iran, this technology has created a way to project influence far beyond its borders. And as drone technology continues to evolve, these unmanned systems are likely to play an even greater role in shaping how conflicts are fought in the future. For most of modern military history, powerful weapons were usually large, expensive, and limited in number. A country might rely on a small fleet of advanced fighter jets or a few precision missiles to carry out important missions. But in recent years, a completely different strategy has started to emerge. One built around numbers instead of individual power. This strategy is known as drone swarm warfare, and it is rapidly changing how battles in the air are fought. The basic idea behind a drone swarm is simple but powerful. Instead of sending a single aircraft or missile toward a target, dozens of small drones are launched at the same time. Each drone may be relatively simple on its own, but together they create a complex and overwhelming threat. Air defense systems that are designed to intercept a small number of incoming targets suddenly face many objects moving at once, coming from different directions and at different speeds. This can make it extremely difficult for defenses to respond effectively. One example of drones often associated with this type of strategy is the Shahed 136. Because these drones are relatively inexpensive and designed for one-way strike missions, they can be launched in large groups. When a swarm approaches a defended area, air defense systems must decide which drones to intercept first. Even if many are destroyed, a few may still reach their target, which can be enough to cause serious damage to important infrastructure or military facilities. Drone swarms also create a psychological challenge for defenders. Radar operators and defense crews must track many moving objects at once, often appearing suddenly across their screens. The pressure to respond quickly can lead to confusion, delays, or mistakes. In some cases, defensive missiles that are extremely expensive may be used to shoot down drones that cost only a fraction of that price. Over time, this imbalance can drain resources and make it harder for a defense system to keep operating effectively. Another key advantage of swarm tactics is flexibility. Some drones in the swarm can be designed purely for reconnaissance, flying ahead to locate radar stations or military equipment. Others may carry small explosive payloads designed to strike specific targets. Some drones might even act as decoys, intentionally drawing the attention of defense systems, while other drones move closer to the real objective. This layered approach creates a more complicated battlefield where defenders must constantly adapt to multiple types of threats at once. Technological advances are also making drone swarms more sophisticated. Modern drones can be programmed to follow pre-planned routes, coordinate their movement, and sometimes even adjust their behavior during flight. In the future, improvements in artificial intelligence could allow drones within a swarm to communicate with each other and change tactics while in the air, making them even harder to stop. Because of these advantages, many military analysts now view swarm technology as a turning point in modern warfare. Instead of relying only on a few powerful weapons, future battles may increasingly involve large numbers of smaller autonomous systems working together. This shift has forced many countries to rethink their defense strategies, as traditional air defenses were not originally designed to handle dozens of coordinated aerial threats at the same time. In the end, drone swarms represent more than just a new type of weapon. They represent a new philosophy of warfare, one where numbers, coordination, and adaptability can sometimes be more powerful than a single advanced machine. And as this technology continues to evolve, the skies over future battlefields may become increasingly crowded with these small but highly strategic flying systems. As drone technology has advanced, countries facing these threats have also been forced to improve their defensive strategies. Modern air defense systems are designed to detect, track, and destroy aerial threats before they reach their targets. However, stopping drones, especially small, low-flying ones, can be far more difficult than intercepting traditional aircraft or missiles. Because of this, defending against drones has become one of the biggest challenges in modern warfare. The first line of defense usually begins with radar systems. Radar networks scan the sky for moving objects and alert defense operators when something unusual appears. Large aircraft and missiles are relatively easy to detect because they move quickly and have strong radar signatures. Small drones, however, can be much harder to spot. Their compact size, slower speed, and lower altitude can sometimes allow them to slip through gaps in radar coverage. When radar systems detect a potential threat, air defense units may activate missile systems designed to intercept incoming targets. One well-known system often discussed in this context is the Patriot missile system. This system can track multiple airborne threats and launch interceptor missiles to destroy them before they reach their targets. Systems like this are highly effective against many types of threats, including aircraft and ballistic missiles. Another major defense network used in modern conflicts is the S-300 missile system. Designed to protect large areas, it can engage aircraft, cruise missiles, and other aerial threats at long distances. These types of systems create protective zones around important cities, military bases, and infrastructure. However, even advanced systems can struggle when facing large numbers of small drones. If dozens of drones approach at the same time, defense systems must decide which targets to intercept first. This becomes even more difficult if the drones are flying low or approaching from multiple directions. Some drones may be destroyed, but others could still break through the defensive shield. Because of these challenges, countries are also developing electronic warfare technologies to counter drones. Instead of destroying the drone physically, these systems attempt to disrupt its communication signals or navigation systems. By jamming radio signals or interfering with satellite navigation like global positioning system, defenders may be able to force a drone off course or cause it to lose control. Some defenses focus on detecting and tracking drones more effectively. Specialized radar systems and sensors are being designed specifically to detect small unmanned aircraft. Thermal cameras, acoustic sensors, and radio frequency detectors can help locate drones that traditional radar might miss. Despite these efforts, defending against drones remains a constant technological race. As new detection systems and interception methods are developed, Drone designers continue finding ways to reduce radar signatures, improve navigation, and increase the range of their aircraft. This back-and-forth development has created a continuous cycle of innovation between offensive and defensive technologies. In many ways, the battle between drones and air defenses represents a new chapter in military strategy. The goal is no longer just to build stronger weapons, but also smarter systems capable of detecting and responding to fast-changing threats. As drone technology continues to evolve, defense systems around the world will have to adapt quickly to keep pace with these increasingly complex aerial challenges. As drone technology continues to advance, many military analysts believe that the role of unmanned systems will grow even more significant in future conflicts. What began as simple remote-controlled aircraft used for reconnaissance has now evolved into a wide range of machines capable of surveillance, precision strikes, and coordinated missions. In the coming years, new technologies such as artificial intelligence and autonomous navigation could push drone warfare into an entirely new era. One of the most important developments is the integration of artificial intelligence into drone systems. With AI-powered software, drones may be able to analyze information from cameras and sensors much faster than human operators. Instead of waiting for instructions from a remote pilot, future drones could identify patterns, recognize objects, and react to changing situations on their own. This could allow them to make rapid decisions during missions where every second matters. Another key innovation involves autonomous navigation and coordination. Using advanced algorithms and satellite guidance systems such as the Global Positioning System, drones can already travel long distances while following pre-programmed routes. In the future, improvements in autonomy could allow groups of drones to coordinate their movements without constant human control. These systems might work together to map areas, track moving targets, or adapt their flight paths if they encounter obstacles or defenses. The concept of autonomous targeting is also becoming a topic of serious discussion among military experts and policymakers. In this scenario, drones equipped with advanced sensors and AI could potentially identify and select targets automatically. While such capabilities could increase speed and efficiency during military operations, they also raise significant ethical and legal questions. Many governments and international organizations are debating how much decision-making authority should be given to machines in situations involving the use of force. At the same time, drone designs themselves are becoming more advanced. Engineers are experimenting with stealth features that make drones harder to detect on radar, longer battery life or fuel efficiency to extend flight time, and improve communication systems that allow drones to stay connected over greater distances. Some designs may even combine air, land, and sea capabilities, creating versatile unmanned systems that can operate across multiple environments. Another trend shaping the future of drone warfare is accessibility. In the past, only a few technologically advanced countries had the resources to develop and operate sophisticated drones. Today, however, the technology is spreading rapidly across the world. As manufacturing costs decrease and commercial drone technology improves, more nations and even non-state groups may gain access to increasingly capable unmanned systems. Because of this rapid spread, experts believe that future battlefields could look very different from those of the past. Instead of large formations of soldiers or fleets of manned aircraft, conflicts may involve networks of autonomous systems working together in the air, on land, and at sea. Human operators might oversee operations from far away, while machines perform many of the most dangerous tasks. In the end, the rise of drones represents more than just a new category of military equipment. It reflects a broader shift in how technology shapes global security. As artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced communications continue to evolve, the nature of warfare may change dramatically. The question many experts now ask is not whether drones will play a role in future conflicts, but just how large that role will become, and how societies will adapt to a battlefield increasingly influenced by intelligent machines.